What's going on? We're gonna have another discussion, and I'm going to be on my exercise bike. Okay. Thumbnail is this lady that young modern woman that basically went missing. Um, Turns out she went missing because she was trying to basically manipulate her ex-boyfriend or current boyfriend, um that was basically on the outs with her. So she she stopped all basically communications, went missing, went off the grid or whatever she did, bought some snacks, and then went missing. uh yeah, it's something that I kind of it kind of goes into it. It goes back into this. This goes back into this wormhole discussion, and it's this tug of war. And the tug of war is men the prize or women the prize. And I'll tell you, some stories, man. I'll say it tips the hat back into the men are the prize category, and this is definitely one of those. It speaks desperation. It also I wanted to kind of talk about it on the side of it kind of it kind of has those who gonna check me boo vibes, because see, here's the problem with who gonna check me boo. You know, who gonna the mentality of who gonna check me boo backfires when the dude leaves, okay, or the dude is on the outs. Hey, don't get me wrong, okay. Um, don't mark my word. You best believe that through all of the smoke and mirrors and the conversations and the public displays of behavior showing that Kiki Palmer doesn't care. I bet you I 100% put up money that she does care about trying to keep the dude around that had her children or her child. I 100% uh, have no doubt that she wants to keep dude around. Keeping dude around was the part of the plan. You know, that was that was part of the plan, because the reason why I say that is because that was what was going on. Dude was around. He was a uh she was keeping him on some kept man type shit. Okay. So dude, probably got kicked out the mansion or whatever. I don't know what happened. Okay. I don't they for all I know, they probably at this point got back together. He came back over. They had a nightcap. He ate the box. She sucked him off. They had sex and went to sleep. Okay. For all we know, that's what happened. Because let's keep it real. A lot of times that does happen. Me and the situation or whatever. But in some cases, that does not happen. The behavior of who gonna check me boo results into the dude, basically being gone for good. Case in point, severe case, but not common. Well, probably more common than people would like to believe or want to believe. Unfortunately, that Travis Rudolph incident. Dude was pretty much trying to basically he was breaking up with her. He was on his final breakup as far as that last altercation was the breakup. That's why she dispatched. That's why old girl, I forgot her name. She dispatched her brothers along with other simp enforcers to dispatch to his location to put him in check, because absolutely she can't put him in check. And that goes into another realm of this discussion, is that who gonna check me, boo? Really, she herself, she can't check the dude. Women that, this modern world of, feminist rhetoric and all of this other stuff, and these laws and whatever, women themselves cannot put no dude in no check. They have to go file a court case, say a bunch of lies, get the man locked up. They have to, go to a simp enforcer and say he did something to me and go get him. They themselves can't put the dude in check, because it doesn't matter. Even if she has the money, whatever, she has limitations naturally, God-given limitations. She can't put no man in check. She can manipulate the situation to a certain degree, but she can't herself put no man in check that has any type of independence or backbone left in his body. He's not gonna let too much go on. He's gonna get fed up. But nevertheless, that's that behavior. That's the consequences of that, modern woman who gonna check me, boo, mentality. That literally goes to task where basically the dude is like, I don't give a fuck about trying to check you. It's another broad that I won't have to really even put in check, because she really wants to be with me. She doesn't have to put on a front. She knows how to behave. She knows how to sit down and shut the fuck up. You don't need to be checked. You know what I'm saying? You have the whole world at your feet. Oh, man, I don't even, man. What's going on, Iori? I don't even, man, see no Facebook messages, man. I'm sorry, man. Hey, your best bet probably is to email me. If you don't got my email, I can give it to you. That's my best route, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's how that goes. That's where that who gonna check me, boo. It goes there. It goes there every day, every single day. And you even have women that get older, and that a combination of sour and bitter, and grateful that they understand to a certain extent late in life that who gonna check me, boo, mindset and behavior, it gets checked. It definitely gets checked. Because one thing will happen is time will check you. You want to have a certain type of reality when it's a short window for women to have that reality. The children, the relationship, and all of that type of stuff, and then you have a certain level of grandiosity or attitude that is based off of your superiority or whatever. Well, you might not worry about all men or whatever, or you might have some rhetoric when it comes to all men. But when you get the man that you want, okay, you get in that situation and you having a good time. You know you're getting it in all the right places and all of that. And the man is damn near perfect. And then it's a situation where you come with the behavior and the yelling, the fussing, the fighting, right? And then next thing you know, uh you tried to probably worked on the last boyfriend or whoever or the other guys, but it didn't work on this other guy. This guy that looks good towards you. He compliments you. You could probably even say he's overqualified for you. And the grass is not greener on the other side. And that's where who gonna check me boo goes awry. That's where it goes wrong. Then it's like basically it's nobody you can call. There's no advice you can get. You already fumbled the fucking bag with your behavior. And now in this case, this chick, Carrie or whatever, I don't understand all of the things that goes on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be I'm a megalomaniac. I'm trying to fucking be rich as fuck and take care of responsibilities day by day, and I got a life to live and a very demanding job. So I don't stay up on all of the trending topics. I do miss certain things because it's some element of some baby or something like that, or some kind of way they talking about the baby or the baby. I don't get that side of it. All I know is the chick basically lied to her parents, and then their parents gathered the community and the whole nation was sharing where's this woman, she's missing. Social media posts, they even said they had search parties looking for this woman that was pulled out some type of last ditch effort Pokemon card to try to get this dude, to try to get back at this dude to get some type of sympathy, and then it comes out that she pulled some type of Jesse Smollett type behavior to garner law enforcement, garner national support, local support, to find this woman that was lying, talking about she was missing, just because some dude was on the outs with her, because she was basically most likely talking shit, running her mouth, argumentative. And it's like, dudes now, I'm gonna tell you something. If it ain't nothing else, it's more dudes now putting young dudes on game, or whatever. And it's so many avenues that dudes is getting information. Even if they don't have the information from their father, their uncle, their brother, or whoever, friends, they have tons of information now about how to deal with women, modern women, whatever, how to deal with women in America, how to get your passport. It's tons of information to deal with the inadequacies of dating and mating in America or whatever. It is like tons of information, man, on how to deal with like narcissistic women, all kind of different types, man. It is like a treasure trove of information, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, It's you everywhere you look. It's a competition for dudes giving out information for the free about how to deal with these women and the different stories that is told of how they've had situations like this or whatever, which I'm going to tell you today. Um, I mean, it's like it's not like men are misinformed. Men more or less know their value now more than ever. Okay, I mean, men know their value. I'm not saying all men. It's still very few. It's still a lot of men that struggling with their problems, and you know they're living life like a teenager every day and struggling with that and all that type of shit. But I'm talking about men out here, dude. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna just keep it local for you. I'm gonna tell you something. You probably think Gary, Indiana is a podunk, rat hole, fucking piece of shit town or city, whatever the fuck you want to. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something for guys on the truth. I swear to God to you. It is dudes that's absolutely balling, man, in Gary, Indiana. Families, couples, I mean, whatever, man. It's like this, right? One of the things that you forget that you don't know, and this is just Indiana in general. Indiana has the lowest cost of living in like one of the like top 5 states in the United States. So if basically, let's say you come from Chicago, where the cost of living is a lot more, and you go to Gary, Indiana, and you got the same job, it only probably travel is maybe anywhere between a half an hour more or whatever, 20 minutes more that's added to your commute. You making the same amount of money that you do at your job in Chicago or in the Chicagoland area, and you just live 30 minutes more far out than you normally do. Right? You got a wife. Your wife does the same thing. She has the same type of job, whatever. And you go live in Gary, Indiana, where you could buy a house that's damn near move-in ready for less than 50,000, around 50,000. And this is like now. Before I moved here, it was even better because the prices was down. Now it's up, but it's still comparatively like lower than even Chicago, even in the hood. In the hood in Chicago, I'm telling you, it's like $200,000 houses. I mean, in the hood to live around. I'm talking about some of the most historically ruthless street gangs in the United States. It's $200,000 or more. And I mean, I'm talking about, okay, that's move-in ready, right? Okay, in Indiana, in Gary, you can get a move-in ready house for about $75,000 to $80,000, and anywhere between $50,000 to $75,000. If you don't have the money, your mortgage would be like $200, $300 a month, okay? And that's including taxes and probably even insurance. So imagine you're paying $1,500 or $1,200 current rent or whatever, wherever you lived in Chicago, and now you're paying fucking probably less than $500 for a mortgage. Yeah, it's a lot of shit to deal with in Gary, Indiana. Don't get me wrong, but that money, where's that fucking money surplus going? That's going somewhere. That's going in your pocket. That's going in your bank account. That's going towards your ease of mind and shit like that. And in Indiana, shit cheaper than it is in Illinois because it's just a lower cost of living. People don't really have that much, so they have to compete. A lot of you motherfuckers don't understand economics, so it's like you really, it's trying to explain something to a 2-year-old. But basically, cost of goods and costs go hand in hand with other costs. So usually places where it's a lower cost of living, that includes the cost of goods. So I'm saying you saving on goods, you saving on rent, and saving on cost of living, basically room and board. You don't have the problems that people have even in Chicago where they ain't got ends meet. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some people that's struggling in Gary, Indiana. It's some people that's absolutely struggling. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna cap, I ain't gonna call it. It is some people struggling in Gary, Indiana. Okay, but it is some people that they're not even from Chicago, they're from Gary. They work at the fucking steel mills and they retire or they working there long term. They are absolutely, man, well paid, well saved. Most of these guys have a wife, okay. They have a woman or whatever, and they got children, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I mean, they don't have the problems that other people have, so they got more money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like basically, I don't know where I got off on a tangent with that, but back to who gonna check me, boo. The whole thing is that, well, that behavior is gonna cost you a dude. If you ask Ebony K. Williams how many dudes she fumbled, she gonna tell you, oh yeah, I've fumbled a whole bunch of dudes. I fumbled a doctor, I fumbled another lawyer, I fumbled some dudes that's judges now, and they have wives and they have wife and kids and everything. Yeah, I absolutely fumbled them, because of my bad attitude. And she moved on or whatever, but it's some women that ain't Ebony K. Williams. Okay, they don't have any looks. They don't have what Ebony K. Williams got going on. They just regular chicks. Okay, I'll call it like it is. I saw the chick Carly or whatever. She got an ass. Okay, if a black woman got an ass, depending on where she is, right? Okay, black men love asses. A black woman with an ass, if she got a decent face or even an average face, she can get dudes. Okay, she can pull dudes. She can pull dudes that on a look scale, or let's just say S&V scale, are higher than them, meaning they have a higher S&V value than they do. Okay, because guys like guys like to have some cushion for the pushing. You know what I'm saying? They look, you know what I'm saying? That's a black woman with a fucking ass is like the equivalent of having a fucking master's degree. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They get attention. Shit, man, dude. Man, I see I see women every day, man, on the train. I mean, coming back and forth. It don't let me just walk out in the loop and go, go take a stroll or two. I mean, the women that's packing, man, got titties, ass, and all. They don't even have to even look good, and they know they packing. They got tons of attention, and then they gonna most likely dress like that. And it's really no way to get around dressing like that, because they just hold and wait. They hold and wait and right in all the right places. They're going to get attention from dudes on a daily basis. And then the dude that got the chick, it's it's a thing where, that's what black men like. We like asses, and then the titties is a bonus. Me, I'm a titty man, so I like that. The ass is great too. But the thing is that yeah, she definitely was packing. She from Alabama. Shit, man. In case y'all didn't know, okay, they used to they in this in the slave in the times of slavery, they used to fucking load ships off of the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, off of the Gulf in Alabama. That's why all of them. That's why all of them. Them states are like filled with like it was like a slave. Man, it was like slavery was like it was going down in Louisiana, Texas, Alabama, because they used to just drop the slaves off right there in the Gulf. It's right by the ocean, so the ships used to just come, swing all the way right there, drop them off before they went to South America. It was an elaborate travel system as far as navigational system with these ships and everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, yeah, they down south, man. I mean, that's why I tell y'all young people, man, if y'all do want to, stay in this country and get women, man, down south is that's where they are. You gotta probably look at it like you gotta import these chicks to wherever you live, because you don't want to go down there and stay. It's really not on, it's not popping like that. Now Atlanta, what I'm saying, Georgia, whatever. Okay, yeah, it's popping in Atlanta. But then again, some people pop in Atlanta. You might not be the one that pop in Atlanta. You might be the one that get popped in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody can't go to Atlanta and make it. I got a true story, right? And I know I'm all over the place, but I'm working out, man. I'm gonna get back to it. I really ain't left it. I'm down south. Old girl from Alabama. She got tits and ass, about a 5 in the face. My one of my the chicks that used to do my locks or whatever, my twists in my hair. She tried to go to Atlanta. Man, it did not work. And I'm gonna tell you, you don't know how many people I talked to. The whole going to Atlanta thing did not work at all. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It did not work out. And then another thing y'all don't know is Atlanta has a sizable amount of homeless people. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, they got some homeless people in Atlanta, man. It's some people, sleeping in their car and shit. Yeah, it's a lot of people, man, that go down there and they don't make it. Like, some people make it, some people, don't fare too well. But back to the Carrie chick. Yeah, I mean, you probably want to, if you did go down there, you probably want to like get the woman back up to where you are, up north or out east, because down there, depending on where you are, you don't probably want to live down there. But it all depends. You should, I don't know. I mean, that's on you. But I mean, the South is literally like the last bastion, of any type of, I guess you want to say hope, but I don't know. I mean, some people don't have no hope whatsoever. I don't even really worry about it too much. But the thing is that, yeah, old girl, man, definitely was holding on their photos. She was definitely packing and stacking. And she got into it with her dude. And dude was like, man, I ain't about to take this disrespect. I ain't about to take this disrespect now. And She do all the dude gotta say is it's over. It's over like Jehovah, and it's over. You know what you gonna do? As who gonna check me, boo? Well, how is who gonna check me, boo? Gonna work with that? It's not gonna work. Who gonna check me, boo? Is over and done with. You just got checked. The relationship is a dance. It requires two people to dance. Once the other person stops dancing, the dance is done. You know, so it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying? And it's like basically you can't force the other person to keep dancing. And that's what women have a problem with. You know, these women, man, they a lot of them weren't raised with their father, so they don't have no game. They don't have no game. And that's what happens with a lot of men. They got some game to get women because you know you get your understandings of how to get with women from the opposite sex. Okay, usually the woman is around, the mom's around, the father's not around, so men have a problem with actually working and keeping jobs and looking a man in the eye and shaking his hand and all of that type of stuff when it comes to dealing with men and competing with men in society and going to work. That's where a lot of men that don't have fathers, where they fuck up at. But yeah, with women, with and that's that's the way this system wanted it to be like this, where the fathers was hard on the fathers, made sure they got locked up, 3 strikes laws, crime bill, all of that shit. They made a perfect storm for the father not to be in the house, right? Well, this is the long-term effects of that. The father wasn't in the house, so these women they don't have any game. They don't have no game. So they don't know how to deal with men. They don't know how to talk to men. They don't know how to, act around men. So it's like, yeah, they just come with this delusion of who gonna check me, boo. And who gonna check me, boo, gets checked every day. Okay, bye. All right. I go with somebody else that is, understands that basically this is a cooperation. You know what I'm saying? This is a cooperation, you know what I'm saying? Let me play my you know what I'm saying, my videos and shit. Yeah, this is a cooperation, baby.
Stupid bitch. It's not a competition, it's a cooperation. Stupid ass house, nigga.
Yeah, so yeah, man, it's like, yeah, you gotta be really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got plenty of game. I got, man. I have older sisters, older cousins, aunts. My dad. I grew up with my father. I mean, my mama, grandmama, great grandmama. I got game enough to drive you insane. But the thing is, I'm gonna tell you, it depends on your circumstances. It's just like men. Like that dude, I think his name was Darius, Kiki Palmer. He absolutely was out of his mind, to a certain degree to say something to Kiki, because at the end of the day, he didn't establish a relationship of any type of dominance. His thing was to be a kept man or a consort or um, basically a sperm donor boyfriend. Um, it wasn't to he didn't have no relationship rapport to where he was gonna put her in some type of check or anything like that. However she was before he met her, that's how she was gonna be. That's why she chose him. It's evidence to support that. The interview with Steve Harvey. I gave you some guys that was established. What happened? She was chuckling. Because it's women that don't want to be checked. They don't want to be checked, man. Shout out to R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. These women don't want to be checked. They run away. A lot of women. Here's the thing: the women that call his show why he made so much money, they can't get with high value men. If they can get with high value men, they wouldn't be calling. They couldn't get with high value men because high value men they gonna put them in check off top. Most high value men is in some position of authority anyway. It comes to hand to hand that executives, managers, middle managers, directors, so on and so forth. They ain't got no problem putting no woman in check. Especially if they they know their place and everything like that. So it's like these women run away from these men. They might date them. They might have some fun or whatever with these women or whatever, and the women have fun with them, But at the end of the day, they know they can't live in no situation like that because they know that they have a problem with taking authority from black men. Some is a cultural thing where they absolutely have a problem taking barking orders from black men. It's literally that. That's what I was talking about before. Again, these women they're still it's like the Willie Lynch type stuff. It's still slavery mentalities. Slavery was not that long ago. So their mother taught them that. They got that ingrained in them, the grandmother, and they still have that mentality where they don't like this women. It's a lot of black women that they do take the whole divester type of ideology to where, you're not anyone in authority to put me in any type of check. You might have sex with me. I might offer you sex. I might offer you even my womb, but your job is not to put me in check. I only get put in check by, the white patriarchy or whatever, patriarchy in America, or whatever you want to call it. But they don't want to take authority to their man. Now I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women have that problem. They have an absolute problem with black men in authority, even just black men in general. I mean, how many people go to a checkout and then they get rude treatment or very weird treatment from black women? And even now, even with black men, because it's something now that where black men are basically the scapegoats for them not having a father in their life. So they grow up and then get some job at Walmart and be a cashier, and then they think it's their job to treat every black man like shit. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of times those kiosk machines, and I definitely install those. I used to install those for part-time work, and those kiosks are unbelievable to a certain extent because you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you got to worry about is the woman is watching the shit. They're watching you check out and, got to come, and even they give you attitudes when they got to come to the machine and shit to, click a few buttons because something was off or whatever with the kiosk. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's it's really tripped out. You know, the way I look at this, ultimately, as someone that's kind of, you know, on the black pill side, I look at this as weakness. And I look at, when I see weakness, I see exploitation. Whenever you have a psychological or behavioral weakness, it's an opportunity to exploit that. And that's why that's what the other side looks at it. That's how they look at it. They absolutely did all of these crime bills and all of that to get the father out of the home. And you know, they knew what the repercussions of that was going to be. You know, and even this whole relationship psyop shit. They know what the fucking consequences of this is going to be. And as a man that is trying to, you know, make some type of gain from this, I have to say that I want to make gain too. You know, all of the evictions, everything that comes from this, all of the problems and issues that come with this, it's going to be a cost to deal with this. It's going to be consequences to deal with this. You know, yeah. Just think about it, right? Every decision you make has consequences to a certain extent. So let's just say, right? Let's just say this woman actually did. I don't think she had any money or anything like that. I don't know. But let's say she had a house. Let's say she had a few cars, or whatever assets she has, right? And this is where you got to think about your you know, what you gonna do in life. Because let's say whatever she has, right? They might be like, we want to give you at least a year in jail. Good luck on your mama paying your car note payments. Good luck on, and you know, a lot of times, most time people just rent. Good luck on rent. Your mama ain't gonna even help you move your shit out. She gonna come get whatever she can. That's it. All that other shit going out on the lawn, expensive furniture, the luxe lifestyle that you're trying to portray on Instagram, that shit going out on the fucking curb. Okay. The air fryer and all this other goofy shit, that shit going out on the curb. The clothes, she gonna try to take whatever she can, but she ain't gonna be able to take all that shit most likely. All that furniture, that shit going on the curb. Somebody gonna come up because you doing stupid shit. So it's like you gotta think about all the people doing dumb shit every fucking day. It's people gonna come up off of that. You know, that's all you gotta think about. Like, it ain't, you know, I'm not, this is a financial channel, bro. I can't tell you any other way, man. You gotta fucking think about all of the opportunities, man. That's why I'm a thrifter. I go to thrift stores, man. You know, people gotta sell their shit for the low on Craigslist. I always check Craigslist. I ain't gonna say always, but Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. It's always somebody, man, they gotta pay something because they fucked up. You know, I mean, not all the people selling their stuff like that, but you can catch somebody, you know what I'm saying, that they just gotta, you know, they gotta pay their rent or whatever, you know, because they fucking around, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, it happens every day. But what happened with this lady, she got out of pocket, she got out of line. She had that modern woman, you know, Keke Palmer, who gonna check me, boo. Ebony, it ain't even Keke Palmer. It's just she the latest. You know, you got these women have these behaviors, and what I'm saying is that these behaviors are not. It's only so many men that's gonna take this behavior. Okay, all right. It's only gonna be certain men that's gonna take these behaviors. After a while, you're not going to take the behavior. Then you by yourself. Not all women here, this is where this chick comes into play. Not all women can just be by themselves. And not all women are Ebony K. Williams or Keke Palmer, where they can just go to another Usher concert or whatever, Trey Songz concert, and then get another dude. It's, you know, regular chicks. They not gonna be able to get no top tier dude. Like, obviously, This dude was something top tier to where she had to go fucking missing to try to get back at him or whatever, or try to get back in his good grace, because that was what the motive was. But then here's the thing: they found out what the real motive was. So yeah, that's not gonna work. You know, it's not gonna work. And now she's probably gonna have legal consequences. You know, they down south, so she probably gonna have the problems that Illinois have, where the prosecutor come in to save the day because she's trying to be a celebrity and a Chicago prosecutor at the same time, or Cook County prosecutor. No, they in the South, where they trade chickens and shit for court cases and stuff. So basically, she's probably going to get more of a harsher sentence than up north. But we'll see how this plays out. But the thing is that, they said dude got 20,000 followers added to his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't get back at dude. I think Alpha Male Strategy said if you want to let her back, you got to let her suck your dick for about 2 hours. She could take a break, but she got to suck your dick for 2 hours. I mean, some dudes don't go for that shit, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit don't work. That shit just gonna get you some motherfucking babies. That's all that shit gonna do. And then you're gonna have to deal with the bra for a long time. That whole if she's got fucked up behavior, she's just gonna wait to do it again. That's all. It's like you dealing with somebody with a mental illness. They're gonna probably do the shit again. A lot of that shit is just they look at it like a game, and I have to say, man, shout out to dirty folks, man. A lot of times you see these women, they really behave like toddlers, because that's kind of what a toddler would do. A toddler would just, like, you see a toddler on the side of the road, just like, so, I mean, obviously their parents left them there, but a toddler would just run out the house and run out to the street, just do goofy shit. That's how a lot of them act. A lot of these women do toddler ass shit. And it's like, damn, I just think of dirty folks like, damn, these women do act like fucking toddlers, doing toddler ass shit. And it's like, you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This shit fucking, it's you can't refute it. Oh man. And it's like, man, it's an L, but it's like, man, I mean, the thing is a lot of times what I was trying to say, what women need to know is that you could have your SMV, and my SMV calculator is on my website, brogeniuses.com. I'm going to tell you, your SMV could be so fucked up, meaning you got like 4 kids, you got, you just busted. You really need a dude. I mean, you got to almost damn near be somebody's slave at that point. It goes beyond submissiveness. Some of you women, I'll say even a lot of you women, what you really need to do is be more of a slave. Really. Because it's like, you really don't understand that shit. And a lot of times, I ain't gonna hold you, like, I see a lot of women, they be like late 30s, sad, droopy face, sour patch face, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, same face, 60-year-olds. And it's like, I know that face. That face is from you just living your life. And yeah, you deal with men here and there, but you kind of just give up on the whole idea of being married, getting a husband, all that shit. You just living your life, working, wearing pants and shit, working in the office and you know, you just try to get your money there because you can control that to a certain extent. And it's like, I'll tell you what I'll tell my sister. I mean, your situation could be just so fucked up to where, like, if it's just really, really bad, like, I mean, you gotta damn near be on some beyond just submissive shit, which you can't even do. A lot of women can't even be cooperative. You gotta be damn near on your knees, like begging, like I mean, I'm talking about just beyond submission. Submission is just like you're at a man's beck and call, but it goes worse than that. I'm talking about you might need to motherfucking, you know, just be just on your knees, just constantly begging like a subservient slave, like, because that's the only way. Like, I mean, it's just like, you know, you really on a level where damn near dude will need that in order for that to work, because you just fucked up so bad in life. You've done so many fucked up things that where it's like, man, I mean, at least if you on that level, a dude will appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, basically you ain't shit. I mean, it's like, and you pretend that you are the shit, but you really ain't shit. And it's like, I mean, I know it's hard. It's a hard sell. It's very hard. You know, you might be like, man, this dude is a misogynist coming. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just really trying to help you understand reality, because, you know, yeah, you might not want the certain dude or whatever, because there's certain dudes that'll put up with a lot of different types of women. But to get the dude that you want, you might, yeah, it might be what it, you know, might be a dude might be okay with that, you know. But you would have to be like, I'm talking about, man, on your knees, giving him a plate. Like, after you give the plate of food, you basically get on your knees and like, basically like, man, you know, damn near kiss his feet. Like, I mean, it just, I mean, it requires that for some, like, to me. I mean, I'm not talking about you just let them do whatever and, you know, abuse your children and abuse you. Now, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just the level of just attentiveness is on the level of a slave. Like, I mean, you don't give no problems. You do everything. You know, I mean, it's that bad. That to where that's what's needed, and a lot of women don't obviously go nowhere near there. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's the whole, you see the whole dialogue movement that's where it's going. Okay, we got somebody saying seeking my creator. I don't know who that is. Let me see here. Seeking my creator. How's it going? Yeah, I mean, it's that bad, you know. Because a lot of what it is men are undervalued. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all men are just this valuable person or whatever. I mean, you know, dude that was with Kiki Palmer, he wasn't necessarily high on the S&V market, you know, himself. You know, you got certain men that they, you know, ranked a certain way. That's why he got trashed, right? Because, you know, he, like, you know what I'm saying, there's a hierarchy to this shit, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't high on the totem pole. And it turns out that he had another girlfriend. I think that she said he had begged her to have an abortion to get with Kiki and, you know, close out the relationship and everything like that with her. it's like, basically he kind of like a scumbag for the most part, right? If that's true, and yeah, he's low in the food chain. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, well, you get a guy that you undervalued him, and then yeah, he might be low on the food chain when you met him and when you was dealing with him, and then he go out in the world and do well for himself. Then yeah, he's higher up. He works at the Citadel Group, and he's a trader making $250,000 a year. I mean, well, you met him, he wasn't even barely making 50 or even 25,000 a year. Well, he's at that level. You're 1%. You're even above 1% if you're making $250,000 a year. And if you're a black man making that, you're cracking. You're going towards the 0.001%. So and that's just that. I mean, the higher up you go, there you go. And still look good, fuck good, all of that. See, the thing is that a lot of this shit is certain things, it's certain tangibles beyond even that, as far as looks and stuff. Some women, they hear about a guy that's holding weight, and packing heat. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking ad libs because I ain't trying to turn this into 18 plus, but basically, it gets around from some women that a dude is pretty much packing or whatever. That's why you'll see a dude don't look that good, but he got nice little rapport with women. It's because he's a motherfucking holding weight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Down below, you know what I'm saying? He packing heat. And women are not like men. Men are, basically, they trying to get with women that, right now it's so imbalanced to where, you get a lot of men that they get with women that are basically kind of beneath them, to a very much extent. They get women that are lower valued than they are. But you got some women that you kind of look at them like, damn, why they with this ugly dude? This ugly dude, he know how to get them where they trying to be, and that's an aspect to it where it's like, yeah, they women really like that shit, man. They get turned out to a certain extent. Like, to a certain extent, they like, damn, I got trapped. This dude, he had some money, but the money was just a trap. He really, I wouldn't have probably talked to him if he wasn't looking good. But then, shit, even if he ain't had no money, I probably still would have dealt with him. But I, what I'm saying, because he make, he the goat. He like some men are women's goats, man. They the greatest of all time. So it's like that man made their body feel a certain type of way that no other man has ever made their body feel. So it's like it doesn't. That's why I say the money thing don't really, it matters, but it don't matter in the sense of like when it comes to certain aspects of, let's just say, sex, And money shit don't matter. It's about your God-given gifts on that level. On that level plane is more physicality, it's more spiritual and stuff like that. It's has nothing to do as far as I ain't gonna say nothing to do, but doesn't have what to do with money as you think. And you definitely can't pay a woman to keep her uh, sexually satisfied. You know, you can't. She gonna use that money as soon as you go on that. As soon as you get real heavy with work, she gonna call somebody else, or she gonna go over somebody else's house to get that gratification. It could be a bum on the street. It could be somebody, man, working at UPS. It doesn't matter. She's gonna get what she needs to get. She's gonna get what money can't buy. Let's just say. Um, so when it comes to certain aspects of it, it's like yeah. When a woman get that one guy that was her goat, she go crazy. Uh, Once she can't have him no more. You know. Um, I've had women talking about they want to commit suicide or whatever. Like, I mean, if you ever been with a woman that she she start crying and shit when you break up and all that, yeah, man. It's certain women they uh they fumble men. That's what they do. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you wanted a long-term relationship with a woman and you want children and family, you're an absolute idiot if you get with a woman that has definitely more than one baby by two different dudes, and they're both alive. They're not in prison, because that's telling you something. She can't get along with the children that she had a baby. She can't get along with the children's father that she had a baby by. That's the ultimate connection you could possibly, for a woman to ever have, is a connection with the man and a child. She cannot, those situations, I know it's unpopular to your subconscious or consciousness, is that, or even let's just say what's displayed into the world, that the woman, the woman is the absolute angel in that situation, whereas the man just ran off. I'm gonna tell you, naturally, that does not even make sense at all. And then it does. I mean, men do not run off from their children. Not all men. I mean, it is some men, but most men do not run off from their children. That's unnatural. Okay, I mean, men, they want to be with their children. Okay, I mean, that's just a base level of nature. So if a man ran off from his children, meaning he left the relationship, not so much left his children, but he left the relationship of living with his, children's mother, it's a reason why. It's because it was either a toxic situation, they were both arguing, fussing and fighting, and it was very harmful to be around her. That's usually how that goes. It's not the dude. They want to put this narrative of it's always the dude that is the blame as far as leaving the relationship. That's some type of like psyops that in order for this type of lifestyle and cultural norm to continue, for women to be single mothers and shit like that, that has to be the narrative in order for that to work. Because if it's the opposite narrative where it's the women's fault, actually, they ran the man off, made a situation to where it just wasn't right, they wasn't cooperative or able to cohabitate with the man that they had a child with, then that does not look good, okay, for women, So the narrative has to be, it's the men's fault. He ran off. You know, he did this, he did that. And you find out that that's not the truth because you start to see a pattern of behavior when you yourself start dating, start having sex with this woman, you start, getting real close to this woman, you start to see certain behaviors, you start to realize that this is the person that's, because it's always an angel and a devil in every situation, meaning the person is a person at fault in any situation. And you start to realize this person is the devil of the relationship. She's the reason why this man is not around. This man is not, living with her. She's not with her children's father. It's because of her. And then you realize, hopefully before you have children with her, you exit stage left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to be an absolute plumb fool to be baby daddy number 3, number 4 or 5 or whatever. When you have a living example of this woman's choices, bad choices in men, as well as her inability to get along with men. Okay, she's showing you an example right there. Right there. I mean, it's no better example than that to give you. I mean, most men is not going to give up their house, their cars, their children, and move out for nothing. Okay. If it wasn't absolutely a cause for a reason to do so. And then a lot of times it's just the woman filed divorce. Shit. How about that? And the reason why she filed divorce, a lot of times it's like, okay, the reason is something that is either fickle or it's really, if you get to the bottom of it, it's based off of them just not getting along, them both not cooperating with one another. But if you really get to the center of it, most of the times she's gonna have a problem with another guy. I mean, it's like, it's not rocket science, man. You can see it. Like, I mean, it's not like, okay, she, you get with her and then y'all have the best of life together and everything. No, she give you hell. She gave the other dudes hell. You just the next man that she gives hell to, and that's it. It's like, it's just some women that it's like, people have demons inside them. I think every person has some type of demon. I know this shit went real dark and scary, but okay, hey, it is what it is. It is late at night. Some people have demons that are unchecked. Some people, have demons that they I don't know, they deal with or whatever, for whatever capacity. And some of these women have demons that they can't really check. They just, I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? They need some type of exorcism or some shit or whatever the fuck. Like, it used to be a long time ago. I'm gonna tell you, it's like a correlation to me to kind of demonic spirits and mental illness. The medical industry used to have a procedure a long time ago. It was called a lobotomy. And they used to take women that are really, really crazy and had really mania, severe mania and mental illness. and they used to take out parts of the frontal lobe. And what would happen was this procedure is outlawed. It was outlawed, I think, in either 1960s or something like that. They they would be in a vegetated type of state after the lobotomy was done, and they would be very mild. You almost have to repeat yourself when you talk to them. It was like a whole nother person. And they used to have these surgeries, man, on both men and women. And you just had a lot of people, man, just like after they had it, they were just a whole nother person. They were very mild, almost like you want to say retarded after they had the surgery. And they you know, it was quite a few women that had that surgery that they, you know, were very wild, very much a maniac. Even you could even say psycho, and they were candidates of this surgery, and they had the surgery, and it's just another person was just like they were just calm, they were just quiet, very reserved, but damn near severely mentally retarded though. They couldn't really function. It had a hard time just functioning. Like they just, I mean, just it just took the whole life out of them. They would damn near mentally retarded after that. So yeah, they outlawed that surgery. You know, in the early '60s, I believe they outlawed it. It might even been in the 1950s. I'm not sure, but you got a lot of people that have unchecked mental illness. Okay, um, they either checked, but they never really dealt with it. Meaning they didn't take any medication. They didn't go to get hospitalized. Uh, they didn't get any outpatient treatment, inpatient treatment. They just walking around crazy than a motherfucker. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of nursing homes, they basically deal with older people that have unchecked mental illness. A lot of older people do. They go their whole life with unchecked mental illness, and they take it all the way to the nursing home. And I mean, I'm telling you, some of these you know, elder patients, they give these people hell to pay the captain. They spit on them, throw shit at them, fight them, scratch them. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I mean, they get a lot of these nursing homes get a bad rap for treating these older people like shit, but to a certain extent, it is that. But also, you got some of these people that are just crazy, and the reason why they're in the nursing home is because the family know they're crazy. Like I ain't about to take care, you know, of Uncle Junebug. Uncle Junebug have his Vietnam flashbacks, and anything shit you might look up and a grenade pin is rolling on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like so, um, yeah. I mean, you know, it's like basically, you know, unchecked mental illness, man. It's real. It's a thing. So it is it's a big thing too, man. Um, you know, these women, a lot of them have unchecked mental illness. So I'm gonna take a break for a minute. Take me a short break. I'm gonna get back on this bike, and yeah, we diving into this. You know, while we working out. While I'm working out, okay, I see some comments here. Maybe that I haven't seen. I don't know. Oh, that's the same thing here. So, all right. Okay. So look, I think my man is from another country because the way his pronunciation is, I good. What? That's either from another country or maybe I don't know something else. But yeah, I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna be right back. All right. Back at it. Yeah. Well, girl, she's basically being investigated. Uh, Investigated for um, you know, making this situation where she gone missing. She went missing trying to get back at an ex-boyfriend that was on the outs with her. Um, dude was some guy that she really liked. You know, um, she fumbled the boy, or fumbled the man. So she came up with the idea to try to get the man back on some. This was actually a movie. I just thought of it. This is Gone Girl. This is literally Gone Girl, the movie Gone Girl. If you ever see the movie Gone Girl with old dude that was with J Lo, I forgot. I think I forgot dude's name, but yeah, this is basically Gone Girl. Not as severe, but kind of like that. Like we're gone. This is literally Gone Girl. Yep. This that movie. This is literally Gone Girl. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, yeah, you should definitely see that movie. That was a good movie. It's called Gone Girl. It's kind of like some Fatal Attraction type vibes. If you ever, like, I'm old, man, so I done seen. I go back to Basic Instinct. I go back to Misery. Man, all kind of shit, man. Pet Cemetery. What's that movie? The Bates Motel. Well, the Bates Motel is actually my mother's generation. My mother went to go see Bates Motel. I'm talking about like more the modern version, like the 1980s movie version I seen. But yeah, fried green tomatoes and shit. Yeah, man, I saw all that shit, man. I'm very well cultured, I'm very well cultured in the Americana traditional movie cinemas. I didn't saw all kind of movies. So yeah, yeah, man, this is that's what she did. So she basically pulled a Gone Girl. Yep. It's like, man, it's so dumb. Like, it's like, man, whenever this woman does recover from this, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like you always wonder what somebody's fate is gonna be, and it's like, man, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. But somebody's going, when she get out, she's gonna still be holding. When they go in jail and prison, them guards be having sex with them. Yeah. So yeah, they get some in prison and shit. But sometimes the guards get caught, sometimes not. But yeah, when she get out of jail, she might, I don't know if she, a lot of these women are they rainbow gang. If she not already rainbow gang, she get out of prison. If she go to prison, she gonna be part of the rainbow gang. And a lot of times I see women that join the rainbow gang as a way. A lot of when I said the bitter faced women that I see on a daily basis, a lot of those women join the rainbow gang because they basically get with other women, other bitter faced women, to join the rainbow gang with, because they can't, they couldn't check they couldn't check their boo, so they get with other chicks that couldn't check their boo, or they boo wasn't checking for them because they don't look that good. And then they, join the Rainbow Mafia. Yeah. So, she might join the Rainbow Mafia after she gets out or whatever. But it looks like that's where she might be headed. Looks like that's where she might be headed. They're investigating her now. Yeah, it's not looking too good. It's kind of like people are making a big mockery out of it on social media. It's something that I'm talking about where I'm burning calories. You know what I'm saying? So I, stay on current topics. Give me something to talk about while I work out. Hey, why not? You know what I'm saying? For sure. Yeah. Give me something to get something to burn, let it burn with, It's been a minute. I was working on my house, working in the basement, putting in work. Got to put in some more work. Some more work that needs to be done. Let's see what we got here. No comments. Yeah, so that's that. If you got any comments, chime in. You got any questions? We got Iori was here, and then somebody said seeking my creator. Look like he might be from another country, but we this World Wide Web, baby. We wherever you are, we're here. We're here, wherever there's a IP address, we're here. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect men, man. If you want to keep your man, you got to keep him. You got to keep him like a fucking job. Got to look at this shit like to be, another tip for women, got to be on your business. If you really care about a dude, got to be on your business. You got to maintain him. He is your boss. If he's a man, he's your boss. You got to treat him as such. If you don't treat him like he's your boss, or y'all got an agreement or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, if you cross the line, don't cry and talk about you trying to commit suicide, you're gonna kill yourself and you want to die and all that shit. No, think about you wanting to die before you opened your fucking mouth. Before you opened your mouth, before you fucking start behaving like you behave, think about that shit then. Okay? You're a modern woman, you work for your money, you have a boss, and you treat your boss at work better than you treat your man at home, and then he gonna feel some type of way. If he got any ounce of a backbone, he's gonna have a problem with that. That's gonna be an issue. Because you supposed to treat your boss a certain way below how you treat your man. You're supposed to treat your man better than you treat your boss. A lot of women treat their boss better than they treat their man. That's why these are not even modern women, these are modern slaves. It's worse than that. These are modern slaves. That's how the slaves act on the plantation. That's plantation behavior. Yes, Dr. Shahrazad Ali, her book, Are You a Slave? That was actually a questionnaire book to ask, are you still a slave? Yeah, y'all forgot about that book. Everybody talking about message to the black man and this message to the black woman. You forgot about, are you still a slave? in the book about pork, you know, the worms in pork and all that shit. Yeah, y'all don't talk about that shit. And then I think they said pork, you can't eat pork in the Bible. It says in the Bible you shouldn't eat pork, but yeah, you know, that was y'all mute than a motherfucker about that. But yeah, she said, "Are you still a slave?" A lot of these women are not even modern women; they're modern slaves. One of my biggest videos as far as views is Saudi Arabian mufti giving a lecture about slaves, about a job as just modern slavery. Really. I mean, you take one thing and you supplement it with another. It's some real hardcore shit too. This got a lot. It's got over like 2,000 views or some shit like that. And it's true. I mean, it's best to go on. I'll be honest with you. If you young and you got time and you got the foresight, save your money. Try to focus on going into business for yourself. Don't hustle during the week for a weekend. Don't hustle during the week so you can have a good time on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people. That's why they what I'm saying, people have a problem with. As far as they working to no end. They're just slaves during the week to get some type of freedom on the weekend. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people that they have jobs that they're more because they get compensated quite a bit, and then they have other ventures on the side that it's not really like that. They just work because it's very beneficial toward them. That's a little bit different. Even me, the way I got my life set up, I'm not. I do still. I admit, feel like a slave to a certain extent, but I'm working towards getting more real estate and stuff like that to where, basically, I'm building up. So I'm trying to build up some type of momentum. Once you're able to work out to where you have money saved, you have money in the bank. You don't have if you don't want to work, you don't have to work. You can do certain things the way you want to do them. You can set things up the way you want to have them. You got $500,000 in the bank, $250,000 in the bank, $100,000 in the bank. You got minimal debt obligations to zero. You can go on your own. You can go start a little small store or something, whatever you want to do. Get a small grocery store, or get a some type of laundromat. Get a laundromat, and then basically you can do whatever you do. Like for me, I do IT work. I can do IT work because it's so in demand. I don't have to work a full-time job, and I can still do IT work. I can still make money. I probably won't make most likely as much as I do from a full-time role, but I can make enough to where I'm all right. Let's just talk about just something perspective as far as perspective. If I had a laundromat, let's say the laundromat is pulling in about $2,000 a week. Okay. I can work the laundromat and I can still do service calls with my IT business, and I can make like, let's just say an extra 1,000 or something a week, or at least on a slow week $500 a week, to do like one or two jobs. I mean, I'm doing all right. I'm pulling in a decent amount of money, and I have more freedom. less stress. That's absolutely a reality. And then I could, have a vent. I could, laundromats kind of coincide with vending machines. You get a few ATM machines, some vending machines. There you go. Like now you're talking, $3,000 a week, or let's just say ballpark about $10,000 a month. Couple a laundromat, vending machines, ATM machines. Then you can get into also doing people's laundry pickup service, laundry drop off service. You can get into that, all kind of stuff. Get into dry cleaning. Yeah, it's like, man, it's money, man. It's it's a lot of work out here that you can pay somebody else to work the laundromat, and then you can just basically do whatever you need to do. You got camera systems so you can watch everything from afar. Have your vending machines in your laundromat, your ATM machine there. Then you can, buy a couple other ATM machines and vending machines and have them out in other areas that's, don't have any vending machines or ATM machines. Boom, there you go. Make some type of contract. Okay, get 10% off of each monthly transactions. Boom, there you go. There you go. Rolling in dough. Then you got real estate. You got a building. You got a couple single family homes. That's just small shit. That's small. That's what I'm talking about. Cost to have this a reality in the Midwest. What I just said. To just have that reality costs roughly less than $300,000. Less than $300,000. Everything I just said costs less than $300,000. Now, of course, if you don't have the IT background, I have a course teach you IT. Basically, I can show you the ropes and how to get in the IT business. Once you get in the IT business, you can work for yourself or you can work for companies. I say start working for companies and then go on your own. Because after you start working for the company, when you work for a business, let me tell you something. That business actually is training you on how to run the business. That business that you work for is actually, if you really pay attention to it, is showing you how to run a business. Okay, showing you how to actually run a business. So you take what you learn from there and you implement it in your business, and the rest is history. Okay. So yeah, why not learn some skills if you don't have it? Because here's the thing. The beautiful thing about having these skills, when I basically was let go from my role working for the liquor company I was working for, the same company that P. Diddy is having court battles with, I was still working in IT. I wasn't sitting home waiting for any unemployment check or waiting for a job. I was doing small daily assignments, weekly assignments while I was working. While I was unemployed, because I didn't get any unemployment because basically I was self-employed. I was a 1099 contractor. So when I was let go, they totally had me to a situation where I went from making what I was making to no unemployment whatsoever because I didn't qualify for unemployment because I was a contractor. So even still, yeah, it was rough, but I was able to still work because I have IT skills. I'm able to work no matter if I have a full-time job or not. It's been like that for all the while I've been working in IT since 2007. So it's the same stuff I teach you. If you get the course, I teach you how to go right to get to work. I don't wait. It ain't no we getting you some job coaching or something. Nah, I'm gonna show you how to get jobs and stuff, but I'm gonna day one get you in the field. A lot of what was going on with the tech beef. It was some dude that basically was selling a pack of lies and whatnot. He didn't want to get out in the field. He was being picky and everything like that. And one of the things that I have to say is what he didn't know is that he would have more acceptance as far as that's what I think he was looking for. He was looking for acceptance. He would have more acceptance if he actually been like, yeah, I work in IT right now. If he actually worked in IT, I'm talking about like on just some basic level, like not even like programming or software database or networking, just an IT job, right? He would actually have more leverage in the conversation than somebody that has no IT background and never worked an IT job, never a day in his life. That's what he didn't understand. That's where he kind of, that was where the miscommunication or the missing link was. He never worked in IT. You have to have some experience. A lot of people, if you don't have any experience, I mean, it's just like anybody else. I mean, would you want somebody coming installing tiles, your tile floors, and your brand new house flip with no experience? Absolutely not, right? It's the same thing. You got to get some experience off the ground if you want to be credible, if you want to actually land other jobs. Like, you got to work somewhere. That's where he was, that's where a lot of people fuck up. They get lost in translation, So, basically, that's what I could do. I can get you out in the field right away. You get your feet wet. See, you learn once you actually you are learning while you're doing. If you're just waiting for a job or whatever, you're not learning, you're not, learning any skills, you're just inactive. When you get out in the field, they actually train you on how to do certain things. Every job is different. They have a protocol, they have a way they want it done, and they train you how to do it. So that's why I say gotta get out there. But yeah, absolutely. That's why a lot of IT guys are kind of assholes, because when you have skills, they're in demand all over the world. You can work just about anywhere. A lot of jobs are remote as well now. If you have a clean background, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Because you get access to all of the opportunities available. There's no red tape needed. So, like, yeah, I mean, literally me, like, I have skills, man. I mean, shoot, I got skills, bro. I literally, man, I don't have to work no full-time job, and I still work. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's some things that I don't do that I need to do. that I'm in the works of actually doing that's going to get me even more jobs, because one of the things that I need to work on is I need to get some type of sales team. I need to gather some type of sales team because I need some leads. It's people that have computers that need service. It's businesses that need help. They might need you to come install a new printer, or they need every now and again, they need computer assistance. You can set up some type of contract to where you come out, once every couple months or once a month or whatever the case may be, and you can set it up to where I have packages where I could sell a company on. Yeah, you get a service call, you get about 2 service calls, and then after that, you get a discount rate of 50%. Yeah, I mean, you would be surprised, man. You got small businesses that have offices, they have warehouses. They're not that big, but they still have IT needs, man, that need to get met. They don't have a full-time IT guy. A lot of these companies and corporations, I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't have full-time IT guys on every location. They have to call the service desk for help. You can be a consultant and actually, help these businesses out, these small remote sites and locations and small businesses, by offering them a contract to where you come out once a month or once a week, and basically now you got an IT firm at that point. Now pretty much you set your schedule hours. You can do that. Just think about it, right? You got a small clientele of like a couple businesses. Guess what? That couple business could be 30 businesses. Now what? You got a full-fledged IT firm that you can now hire people, because you got these contracts. They're paid contracts, and you got money coming in. Now you can actually hire techs to work for you. And they get dispatched to sites, and basically it's regular work for them. And then boom, basically you can do this, and you make more money than you ever made in your life. See, these are the things that I'm still in the works of working on, and I'm giving you the game for free. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of times people don't value free, so it's good. It's a good thing that people don't value free. A lot of times, even sometimes, people don't even value paid stuff, but that means you're not going to do it. So that's a good thing, because then there's still hope for others as well as myself, because it will be a time that things will get off the ground. Sometimes people get stuck, they get lambasted. I remember I was trying to do a seller financing deal since 2005. I remember 2004, about 2004, 2005 was when I started to learn about seller financing. I didn't get a seller financing deal till 2020. So that's 15 years before I even got my first seller financing deal, because I wasn't ready and I didn't have the money. I needed the money to be able to do that. I needed the mindset. I needed the drive. I needed the hunger to be able to do that. So, that all of those things led to me to get my first seller financing deal. So it took some time. Sometimes it takes some time to get things together, but then you run out of time as well. Like Kobe said, a lot of times people make the mistake that they actually have more time when they don't. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Basically, if you get mad if there's something I say, all I can say is, am I lying or I'm not? If I'm lying, tell me in the comments and we can dialogue about it. But if I'm telling the truth, don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger.